What's happening, guys? Chris from NCG here, and today we are doing another Irish Community TCG showcase, and we are joined with none other than Gary White. How are you today, Gary?
I'm good, Chris. Thanking you.
Gary, if you do not know, is our current Irish National Champion and Irish Open Champion. For the people out there who do not know what the Irish Open is, do you want to talk about it a wee bit? Sort of like the prize structure, etc., etc.
I did not hear that question. You muted out. What did you say?
The Irish Open, for anyone out there who doesn't know what it is, do you want to maybe talk about it a wee
Um,
bit?
so the Irish Open is kind of like a traditional tournament we have over here. We had like winners like I think Cali won it one year and Michelle Gruner won it in the early years. It's like a non-Konami run tier two event. I think is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Would you describe,
It's a
well, there's some notable winners there with like Michelle Gruner and all.
Yeah, Michelle. I think Gali won it the first year, and then Michelle Gruner won it before as well. So it was pretty big back in the day, and we're trying to get it back to that level again these days.
Yeah.
Because the Irish community kind of fell off around just before when I started playing, and it's only starting to come back up to the levels it was now.
It's fantastic. Do you believe there's any particular reason for this upsurge?
I don't know. I just think what would be the reason? It's probably just because it's never been as fun to play. Well, the game itself is terrible right now,
Yeah.
but I think it's never been as fun to hang around locals as much as it is now.
Yeah.
The past couple of years, the community is just savage.
Yeah, that's fair. So, as the Irish community in general, we have quite a lot of YCS success, or at least for the size of our country. But yet,
Mm.
if you go
We've
on
won
the
in Scotland.
yeah,
We've won in Scotland.
yeah,
That's the most important part. Sorry, guys. Sorry, all
that's
my mates in Scotland.
it is true. But we seem to get a lot of dislikes on all our videos for reasons that we can't really fathom. Do you have any insight in why this may be?
I heard rumor for years that it was just Vlad making fake accounts and just controlling everybody, but I don't know how true that is. But now I don't know what the hate is. I really don't because the more we get to the YCSs, it just seems the more people I'm hanging out with, the more people I'm having fun with. So I don't know. Like I even got a shout out there recently on Konami have started this new thing on their blogs at YCSs where they interview pro players, and I got a shout out on one of them for being like one of the main reasons somebody goes to a YCS. So I don't know why we get all this hate online.
Oh, fantastic! That's a big prestige. That's fair.
Yeah, but the other thing as well is like my own team, Team Cerebros, have recently started up our own YouTube channel, and we don't seem to be getting any of this hate that we've gotten on, let's say Lithium's page and Nadir's page
Yeah,
when we get our profiles. We get zero hate on ours, and we actually get a lot of love because what we do is a lot of old formats,
yeah,
which people really seem to love, and we get a lot of appreciation for that, which is quite nice.
yeah. Well, that is another thing. The anytime I've went down, Goats has been big. Edison format's been big. Do you think playing those old formats really help increase your game, or is it just a fun format to play?
Well, currently, until Spirals go away, I won't play anything other than Edison. So, but yeah, I think it does help a lot. Where it, on one hand, you saying does it help you improve your game, or is it just for fun? Well, I think they kind of go hand in hand. Like, if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to play this game at all. So
Yep.
it helps keep me interested, and it's any way to keep me interested in the game. Well, then I'll do it. And in terms of it kind of helps progress your game because there's it's such a diverse. Edison in general is such a diverse format that it helps you, learn different play styles and different wombo combos. It feels a bit like cubing or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. You mentioned there about your team, Curry Bros. You've been around for quite a while, but recently, or for what I've seen, there's been a real interest in the team. Getting the YouTube set up. Well done the sponsorship, by the way, but getting
Yeah.
sponsorship all set up. Is there any particular reason for that, or is it just the community's become better, so it's sort of pushed you on to make the team a bit better, or any particular reason?
Well, I just felt that for me personally, the last original founding member of the team still there. So it's kind of like my little baby. So we became, slowly but surely, the most successful team in Ireland at Irish events. So we felt, there's only one way to go, and that's to go beyond Ireland. So we're really trying to push right now, trying to get more YCS tops, get more recognition out there. And I felt the two best ways to do this were, one, to get sponsorship, and two, to get an online presence. And I think the two of them went hand in hand. So that's what we're really, really pushing for right now,
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's only a good thing, getting more Irish members out into the YCS board. So recently you won the Irish National Championship. I saw your status saying it was an honour to win it. So do you believe the Irish Nationals is a prestigious event? Is it a difficult event to win, or is there minimal sort of setup required for it?
Well, the way I'll put it, this year we had I think we had two people come over from England, and then we had Raphael Nevin, who recently just won YCS Prague, come over and entered this year's Nats, the one that I won. And I played Raf myself in the middle of the rounds, and the night before I said to Raf, look, Irish Nationals is not like a YCS, right? You go in there, I think it was zoo format, it was zoo and Trudeco Zoo, and I said, look, you have to prepare for a little bit of rogue. So that's, with that idea in mind, myself and Jack Duffy sat down and we're like, right, this is the deck we want to play. We want to play zoo. We want to make it turbo consistent, but also we need to play a little bit to Ireland, and I think that's what separates it. There's a lot more rogue, and you have to account for that. And I ended up playing, a ton of rogue, and I think that's something that people don't really account for. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think some of the best players here just think they're going into a YCS, and I think that's what separated me and Jack, and that's why we both to the final with card for card the same list.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So it is a different sort of setup as you prepare for YCS. Is it in the same sort of?
I would think so. Yeah.
Is it the same sort of like a time investment, like lots of testing, or is it just you build the list and hope for the best?
Oh no, we were. I think, what was the last event before Irish Nats? I think it was actually the Irish Open, and so between the Irish Open and Irish Nats.
Yeah.
I was the YCS and. Okay, whatever the last event before Irish Nats was, we literally sat down and we went every single day. We were like, what about this card? What about this card? We ended up setting on some weird ratios and hand traps, and we also, a lot of people play double or triple fusion sub, and our reasoning was we only wanted to play one fusion sub because we were going to side it out for fear of cards like Retaliate and See or Droll and Locks or hand traps, So,
yeah.
We probably didn't play like the most optimal zoo list, but it was the most optimal list for the event we entered. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that was literally 100% just hard work for months and months. Where Jack mainly put in all the theory because I'm fucking awful at theory. I just know the technical play. But in the end, it was a lot of work. And thinking back on it now, like we're so stressed and. The day before we were like literally the morning of the event we made one or two little changes, and but obviously it worked out for me and Jack, and happy we're.
Yeah, fair enough. So you mentioned about going to the events, getting on with people. Is that the main attraction to the game right now? Is that the reason you got into? Is that the reason you continue traveling to the events, or do you actually want to continue doing well at the game?
Well, this year, 2017, was like my most successful year, and I should say that the last season just gone was my most successful year. I think I'd won like 3 regionals. I won the Irish Open. I won Irish Nats. And at the end of that, then I went to Euros, and I absolutely screwed. I went 0x in games, got 2-0 by Chainborn.
Yeah.
And I honestly, English players come up to me like, "Aren't you that guy that got 2-0 by Chain?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. And I bubbled 2 YCSs as well. And I realised that for me anyway, I don't know if it's probably you probably fucking ask Patrick Hogan and he tell you the same thing, and it's probably what drives him on to get more success. But I feel like winning an event, it feels amazing. It's kind of like taking a drug, but it's ridiculously fleeting. Like it goes away way quicker than it lasts, you know.
Yeah.
And then I realized that, you know, that's not the end goal, but the best part of it has always been celebrate with the guys after or having a crack, and that's what brings me to the European events. Is literally the people I hang out with all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the guys in Scotland, you know, the guys from CCG, Tennis Raf, Joshua, all those guys, and Bowden whenever he's over in Europe. They're the reason why I go to these events, and the partying afterwards as well is the main one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I think winning is a fleeting experience, and as amazing as it does feel, it's the community that brings me back, and my holidays are based around hanging out with all these people and having fun at the events. You know.
Yeah. That sounds pretty important. You were
Yeah,
saying about.
I've always felt that, you know, if you're going out there to win, you know, fair enough, but if it comes at a cost of, you know, coming across as a dick, I don't think it's really worth it. Whenever I play somebody at a YCS, I make sure first and foremost that, you know, I'm friendly. I try to anyway, is make sure we're friendly, have fun, have a bit of crack, and enjoy the game. You know, if you're not enjoying the game, what's the point in being there? You know,
Yeah.
that's the way I see it.
That's fair. Yeah. You were mentioning about celebrating after you win. Feels better that way. Do you believe that is the main appeal of teams, to test together, win together? Do you believe that's really important?
Um, I think the most important part of being on a team or forming a team is pooling resources. I think that's the main goal. Is that, you know, some people are in college and can't afford all the cards. Some people, I'm very lazy and struggle to go out and wait for cards. I'm very impatient. So borrowing and lending cards to each other, I think, is the first and foremost is the most important part. Then it's the theory and it's the working together and the collaboration, and then at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's your Christmas night out with the guys, it's your team meetings, it's your hanging out with them after events, it's, you know, going to the pub afterwards, going to the club, going to the filthy after session rave at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
The guys you just won an event with.
That's fair.
Irish Nationals 2017.
That's fair. With the team setup and the increase in the competitive nature of the country, do you believe there is going to be a divide between the casual and the competitive community? A gap that can't really be reached?
You mean in Ireland in particular?
Yeah, Ireland in particular, yeah.
I don't think so, no, because I mean, like, like the divide is there. I think the divide comes in when we go to sit down at the tables. Yeah, definitely. Like if I lose to somebody I know I shouldn't lose to, it is going to obviously piss me off, and I'm going to be salty about it. But at the end of the day, we still all, you know, we still have the after party in the same place. You know, we always try all go out together after nationals, or if it's a really big regionals or Irish Open or something, we all try go out together, which is, you know, I keep going back to it, but I think again that is the most important part of it. And I think that's what separates our community to everyone else's, because we're such a smaller community. We don't mind as much, you know. There isn't these like divides between like Sweetness and Career Bros and NCG are the three main teams here. But none of us hate each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't not go out because one member of the team is there, the other team is there, you know?
Yeah. That's fair. Have you got any final thoughts to add while we'll wrap this up?
Not really, just shout out to Team Career Bros, shout out to our new sponsors, Card Market, for all your card needs. Obviously shout out to the likes of, I got in trouble the last time for not shouting out Raphael, so I have to shout him out because I talked about him loads on this.
Yeah.
Obviously shout out to Temis, and then shout out to
Oh no.
This NCG and everyone at Hendo Yu-Gi-Oh! And Glasgow Yu-Gi-Oh!
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Gary. If you have any questions for Gary, please leave them in the comments of this video. Any questions you have for the future people coming on to this stream, please ask. But this is bye from Gary.
Thanks, man. Guys. Thanks for listening.
This is bye for me. Thank you for joining us. This is Chris from NTG, signing out.